Hey folks, I'm pretty sure you can hear me, at least sort of. I've done this with my headphones before, last year, a while ago, while I was at Landmark. In any event, I'm at Bellevue. I have an appointment this morning with my rheumatologist, and I figured I'd show y'all some stuff. I mean, there's not much to see, but it's, yeah. So that's that. But yeah, I was gonna do a video last week or something like that, but like, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling my hair. I wasn't feeling my face. I wasn't feeling much of anything to have to do with me. So I didn't. But I wanted to do it today, just because I'm here and I've had a lot of stuff on my mind. So figured why the heck not, you know. So, yeah, and excuse the noises because, duh. So yeah, because I've been, the last 15 years, right, I've been struggling with this lupus since I was 16. So maybe 16 years, so I'm going to be 32 this year. And so, it's, before, it was something that I struggled with it, but I could deal with it, right? And I could ask other people to deal with it with me. The only problem with that is that it's gotten increasingly worse over the years. And it's only gotten worse every time something bad has happened. And I've realized that the people around me, they deal with it. Like nobody, since I was really young, nobody's flaked out and been like, oh, I don't have anything to do with you. Like most people have been like, oh, it sucks, but you're still a good person and I'm going to hang out with you or whatever the case is, right? That wasn't always the case and isn't always the case. And quite frankly, it's not like I want to ask people to stick around with me to deal with all the stuff that I'm dealing with because it sucks. It's a lot. And I remember what it was like to see the look on people's faces, on my mom's face, on my ex's face, on my brother and sister's faces, and all of my close friends who have literally sat in a hospital room with me just while I cried or while we cried together or while I, poured out my heart and soul or whatever the case is. Like, there aren't a whole lot of people who have really stuck around. And like I said, I don't blame people. I don't, because I get it. I wouldn't do that to somebody who obviously had something they couldn't control, but I get it, But it led me to the conclusion, especially after all the stuff that happened with with the amputation in the last 2 years and all this that happened last year with my heart or stuff like that. Like, I came to the conclusion that it's best, like, obviously over this next year and forever, I'm going to meet new people. I'm going to introduce them to my life and to myself and to my other friends and family and blah, blah, whatever, stuff like that. But I've come to the conclusion that it's not fair of me to try to bring somebody new into my life, to date them, just to have them watch me go through stuff. And there's not always stuff happening. Like sometimes I'm fine. Like I was perfectly fine for 3 years, and just, wore my leg braces and did my thing, and that was it. 3.5 years, I was okay. So it's not all the time. It's not a constant thing, but when it does happen, it's pretty bad. So yeah, I've like, before I was saying, oh yeah, no more dating because people suck. But now it's more about no more dating because I don't think it's fair to have someone come into my life and care about me and potentially love me and see me suffer so much. And now you could say, oh, well, anybody could, healthy and fine, can walk down the street and get hit by a car. Yeah, that's true. But the stuff with me, and it's not necessarily always likely. There's, luck of a draw, whatever, but I don't think it's fair of me to ask someone to deal with this with me. And I have a bunch of friends already around. So yeah. And, and also goes in with, I kept saying, oh, well, if I don't meet anybody, of course I'll still adopt my kids or whatever. But I also don't think it's fair to bring a child into my life either, with the potential to lose me. And it's a rough thing to deal with. It's a rough thing to accept. But that's it. And in my 32nd year, I'm just gonna be married to myself. That's it. I'll be my own parent. I'll parent myself and be married to myself and all that, because that's it. And sorry, if you ask me out on a date, I'm going to graciously decline, because I have no control. I've done every single thing I could possibly do over the years, short of going to a shaman for all my lupus stuff, and there's not much I can do. So I'm gonna live my life and do whatever I have to do to make sure I'm okay. But I just can't. And Sheila and I had this conversation a while ago. She's like, well, you can't say what people can handle. Yeah, that's true. I can't say what people can handle, but if I can avoid bringing something that's painful and scary into someone's life, I will. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm making the active choice to take myself out of the running of the... And plus, I, in all honesty, don't really think I'm going to meet someone who I actually like and connect with, and that who also likes and connects with me. So yeah. And I've been thinking about this for a while now, and this past week was finally like, after last night and the night before and all my thinking, I was like, yeah, that's a better way for me to go. So anyway, we get back to my appointment, my waiting. And I will see you folks later.